As the world woke up on July 30th, 2025, it found itself once again at the turbulent intersection of natural disasters, political tremors, and economic uncertainty. The day began with a terrifying jolt from beneath the Earth's surface. An 8.8 magnitude earthquake struck the remote Kamchatka Peninsula in Russia's Far East, triggering tsunami warnings across the Pacific, stretching from the shores of Alaska to the beaches of Hawaii and Japan. Residents were urged to evacuate as sirens wailed in the early hours, sending waves of panic through otherwise quiet coastal towns. The seismic energy released was so intense that it disrupted hospital surgeries, with viral footage showing Russian doctors refusing to abandon an operating table even as the room swayed violently around them, a testament to human perseverance amid chaos. Meanwhile, scientific agencies scrambled to monitor the potential for aftershocks and underwater landslides, which could further escalate the threat of tsunamis in already vulnerable coastal zones. This geological catastrophe came against the backdrop of mounting concerns in global markets. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, in its quarterly outlook, painted a mixed picture for the future. While global GDP growth for 2025 was slightly upgraded to 3.0%, the forecast for 2026 remained a tepid 3.1%, shadowed by escalating trade wars and unpredictable tariff surges. Of particular concern was the United States' sudden imposition of a 25% tariff on key Indian exports, a retaliatory measure that reignited fears of a trade standoff between two of the world's largest democracies. Indian manufacturers and American retailers alike braced for price shocks and supply chain disruptions, while economists warned that such policies could erode hard-earned gains in post-pandemic recovery. The spectre of protectionism loomed large, and with elections approaching in several major economies, populist rhetoric was once again overpowering diplomatic sensibility. While markets trembled, European regulators rolled out a sweeping transformation in border control. The European Union announced that, effective October 12, 2025, all non-EU travellers would be subject to a new biometric entry/exit system. Gone would be the days of simple passport stamping. Instead, visitors would be scanned using facial recognition and fingerprint technologies, feeding into a centralized EU database designed to bolster border security, track overstays, and combat illegal migration. Human rights advocates expressed concerns over privacy and potential racial profiling, while EU officials insisted the system was both secure and necessary in an age of digital mobility and heightened geopolitical tension. As thousands of tech workers in Brussels and Berlin began deploying the infrastructure, debate flared about the long-term consequences of turning human movement into quantifiable data. Simultaneously, the natural world continued to remind humanity of its growing fragility. The Pan-American Health Organization, PAHO, in a statement released from its Climate Health Summit in Brazil, issued a dire warning. Climate disasters are no longer environmental issues alone. They are full-blown health emergencies. Droughts were increasing cases of malnutrition, floods were spreading waterborne diseases, and heat waves were killing thousands across the Americas, Europe, and Asia. Brazil's own preparations for COP30 were riddled with internal conflict, as indigenous communities protested deforestation and mining projects near the Amazon, while the federal government, eager to present itself as a green leader, scrambled to find a balance between conservation and economic development. The director of PAHO urged global financial institutions to prioritize climate-resilient healthcare funding and warned that the coming decades would see billions affected if structural changes weren't made today. Meanwhile, a cosmic visitor crept silently toward Earth. NASA's Near-Earth Object Program tracked asteroid 2025 OL1, a 110-foot rock moving at nearly 27,000 kilometers per hour. Although not on a collision course, the asteroid's close approach, a mere 1.29 million kilometers from Earth, served as a reminder of the cosmic vulnerabilities we often overlook. Astronomers used the opportunity to test emergency alert systems and simulation tools that might one day become vital in planetary defense strategies. Public interest surged, with live tracking maps trending on social media, and science educators seizing the moment to teach students about orbital mechanics, gravity, and space hazard mitigation.